Are you talking about the times when you wanted to take her over to your mother's house? And I told you, don't be having my daughter around the pedophiles that's over there? One of your adopted sisters, knowingly, y'all all know about it over there, touching on kids. And that's why she ain't never been over there. That's why she don't know them. And you agreed with it when we were together. Hence why my daughter ain't never really go over there like that. So don't try to sit here and spin and act like, oh, she... The same one whose sister is in the shade room comments popping shit. Worry about your pedophile sister that y'all are protecting over there on that side of the family. Okay? Okay? Yes, I'm going there. I'm gonna go there with y'all every time. That's in my divorce papers as well.
She made the statement publicly during a live stream with her face on camera and then reportedly said that the same allegation was included in the divorce paperwork. But there is an important distinction here. Saying something online is one thing. Making the same claim within a formal legal filing is another. One is a public accusation. The other is a position presented through the legal process. According to the claims being discussed, Remy chose to address the matter through that legal channel. Today, we're taking a closer look at statements attributed to Remy Ma and the allegations being discussed around them. These include claims involving her sexuality, an alleged undisclosed child, alleged blackmail involving an intimate recording, a reported statement about Gorilla Glue, and a serious allegation that was reportedly included in court paperwork. These are extremely serious claims, so they should be treated as allegations unless they are supported and confirmed by reliable evidence or official records. With that clarification in mind, let's go through what was publicly said and examine each part carefully.
With my daughter on the bed. I slipped out of the bed with him after he was trying to get something. Denied him. I always deny him. I've denied him. I haven't had sex with him in years. But I slipped out of our bed and tried to go get in another bed with a girl, a female, which is my friend, one of my close friends for years and years and years. And he caught me with my daughter and all this. First of all, you try to say what you said about Easy. Oh, he a little. I think it's a little sugar in his tank. That's weird to me. That you literally got on here and thought you had a flex trying to say, oh, she's bisexual. This, like, I'm actually not. But thanks for the uplift, cause all the bad bitches that's been in my DMs since you said that, like, shout out to y'all. But try to say she's done so many things to the people from that community. Who?
According to the claims being discussed, Remy and Papoose had reportedly been living together despite their relationship being strained for years. The narrative suggests that while they were still sharing the same space, Papoose allegedly believed Remy was no longer emotionally or romantically invested in the marriage. From that perspective, some critics argue that Papoose did not necessarily choose Claressa over Remy. Instead, they believe he chose the person who was willing to give him the attention and affection he felt were missing from his marriage. But that interpretation is still speculation. Being accepted by someone new does not automatically mean the relationship is based on love, and the public cannot know what either person genuinely feels behind closed doors. That's where the debate becomes more complicated. Some viewers believe there is a difference between genuinely choosing someone and simply moving toward a relationship that feels easier or more emotionally available at the time. Meanwhile, Remy has appeared focused on moving forward with her own life and career, while Claressa continues to publicly defend her relationship with Papoose. And because the divorce situation has also remained a major point of discussion, the public continues to question exactly where everyone stands legally and personally. Ultimately, only the people directly involved know what truly happened inside the relationship. Everything else should be viewed as public commentary, interpretation, or allegation rather than established fact.
Ooh. Most of my friends, femmes, aggressives, my hairstylist, one of my makeup artists, like who? Like, well, by you saying that really shows how you really feel. Oh, I'm only on here because she talked about my children. What children? Why do people only know that you have 2 children? Mine and your oldest daughter.
Ultimately, Only the people directly involved know what truly happened inside the relationship. Everything else should be viewed as public commentary, interpretation, or allegation rather than established fact. That distinction is what sparked the discussion. She specifically referred to them as bad baes rather than simply calling them fans or followers, and her comment came across as appreciative of the attention. Critics have therefore questioned whether the two statements send mixed signals. On one hand, she clearly rejected the bisexual label. On the other hand, she appeared to acknowledge and even welcome the attention connected to the speculation. Of course, appreciating attention from someone does not automatically define a person's sexuality. Those are two separate things. So the stronger argument is not that her response proves anything about her identity, but that her comments created a contradiction that viewers naturally began discussing. The denial was clear, but the playful acknowledgement of the attention added another layer to the conversation.
Why they don't know about your son? Why was there 1,001 blogs posting, oh, his new girlfriend, way back when you was really with your daughter? Because they never even see her that much. You understand?
Papoose said he joined the live stream to defend his children, but Remy immediately challenged that explanation by asking, essentially, which children he was talking about, the ones he publicly acknowledges or all of them. That question quickly became one of the most controversial moments of the discussion. Critics argue that if someone publicly emphasizes protecting their children while there are separate allegations about another child whose circumstances remain disputed, it can create questions about the consistency of that message. Remy also raised allegations about why one child was allegedly kept out of the public conversation and made further claims involving people within the family circle. Those are extremely serious allegations, however, and they should not be presented as established facts without reliable evidence. The broader argument being made is about consistency. If someone says they are speaking publicly to protect children, viewers may naturally question whether that concern is being applied equally in every situation. Ultimately, only the people directly involved know the full circumstances behind these family matters. The public can discuss the statements and allegations, but the most serious claims should be treated as allegations unless independently verified.
Don't ever fucking play with me. I told you the last time when you tried that son, oh, she wasn't with my daughter on Christmas. Not only was I with her on Christmas, and your dumb ass was sitting right there. Nigga, I bought the most of the shit like I always do. Like, what you talking about? What are you talking about? Why you keep playing with my fucking kid? But as soon as I start talking about your parenting, you're gonna be mad. You're gonna be mad. She won't let me see my daughter. She won't let me see my daughter. I ain't never been the bitch to keep a man away from his kid. I'm not gonna be with the kid all day. Go over there. It's your turn too. You understand?
Remy also claimed that Christmas was not some new experience for her and Papoose. She said that Papoose was present and that she had traditionally handled most of the holiday shopping, suggesting that this had been part of their family dynamic for many years. That statement has become another point of discussion because Claressa has publicly talked about family plans and the future, while Remy's version presents a much longer history involving Papoose and their family. Remy also reportedly included serious allegations in the divorce paperwork. According to the claims being discussed, Papoose's legal team reviewed those filings while he later addressed other parts of the controversy publicly. However, the absence of a public response to a particular allegation should not automatically be treated as confirmation that the allegation is true. Silence can have many explanations, especially when legal proceedings are involved. Remy further alleged that Papoose had previously agreed to keep one of their children away from a particular person because of concerns she raised. She then questioned why that person allegedly remained within the broader family circle. Those are extremely serious allegations, and they should be treated as claims rather than established facts unless supported by reliable evidence or official records. The larger issue Remy appeared to be raising was about consistency in protecting children. Her argument was essentially that agreeing to keep a child away from someone while allegedly continuing to maintain a connection with that person creates questions about how those protective decisions were being handled. Ultimately, the public does not know every detail of the private family situation. What can be discussed responsibly are the statements that were made publicly, the claims reportedly included in legal filings, and any evidence that can be independently verified.
He used to be gorilla glued to my nuts everywhere I went. Not because I'm a cheater and because I can't keep my legs closed, but because he was so worried about an athlete or another rapper or an executive getting my attention and I leave. When he realized that a regular nigga that can rap, but just not the way we do it. By the way, he makes $50,000 per battle, has about 5-6 battles a year, so he makes at least $250,000 a year. You understand? Great credit score. I never seen a person with a credit score like this in my life. Like the richest people that I've been around. But anyway, Unlike some people who beg me to add their name to one of my properties and I have a fucking lien on it because they don't pay their taxes.
Remy also described Papoose as being extremely attached to her throughout their marriage, suggesting that his behavior was less about accusations of cheating and more about his fear of losing the life they had built together. She then made another pointed comment about people allegedly asking to have their names added to her properties, while she later discovered tax liens connected to those assets. The statement appears to be aimed at the financial dynamics within her marriage. Remy was married to Papoose for around 2 decades, and the discussion has focused heavily on claims that he wanted access to assets she had built while allegedly failing to contribute financially in the same way. There have also been online claims involving federal tax liens and unpaid taxes connected to Papoose. However, those financial allegations should be verified through official records before being treated as established facts. The broader point Remy appeared to be making was that she believed she carried much of the financial responsibility while dealing with additional financial complications connected to the marriage. If the public records being discussed are authentic, they could provide more context for understanding the financial issues surrounding the situation. But until those records are independently confirmed, the specific claims about unpaid taxes, property interests, and financial responsibility should remain allegations rather than proven facts.
Blackmailing me and threatening me to release sex tapes of me. Y'all keep saying, oh, she was parading around with this guy. I ain't never do that. Never. Y'all may see me standing with somebody. Y'all may have seen me at my battle league where people was talking crazy about me. People who have had conversations with Papoose who was feeding them information to talk shit about me in hopes that it would be so bad and I would be so ashamed and so embarrassed that I would stop. But I'm a real ass bitch and I know that.
According to the allegations being discussed, Papoose was accused of threatening to release private, intimate recordings in an attempt to pressure Remy and influence her decisions. If true, that would raise serious concerns about the use of private material within a relationship. Using intimate recordings as leverage would go far beyond an ordinary marital disagreement and could represent an attempt to control or intimidate another person. The discussion also brings up separate claims involving 50 Cent and alleged security camera footage connected to Claressa. However, those situations should not automatically be treated as connected simply because both involve claims about private or recorded footage. The key distinction is between what has actually been documented and what commentators are interpreting as a pattern. Claims about threats, private recordings, or alleged footage should be independently verified before being presented as established facts. If multiple incidents are eventually confirmed, viewers can then decide whether they represent a broader pattern of behavior. Until then, it is important to separate verified evidence from allegations and speculation.
I would have rather talked to a bum homeless person on the streets that was good to me, that treat me good before I stayed there another day. And that's just that. That's just that. I'm not hurt. I'm not missing nobody. I'm not wanting them back. This, I switch. Look at my face, y'all. This is the happiest, the most at peace that I've been. The only time I have an issue is when I have to do this. And the reason why I have to do this is because it gets me results. Because he cares about his personal, public opinion. The opinion that you guys have, cares about it. When he would not leave my house for years, the second that I couldn't take him, I said, you know what, I'm posting.
I would have rather been with someone who treated me well than stayed in that situation for one more day. And the moment Remy reportedly found a way to make him leave, he was out. That detail speaks volumes. A woman who moves that quickly once an opportunity to leave finally appears may not have been undecided at all. She may have already been emotionally finished and simply waiting for the right moment to close the door. Now, look at everything critics have been discussing: the alleged surveillance, the claims involving private footage, the disputed tax issues, and the serious allegations reportedly referenced in the divorce documents. None of these claims should be treated as proven without independent verification, but together they explain why people are examining the situation so closely. The moment the door opened, Remy appeared ready to move forward. Maybe this wasn't a woman losing something she desperately wanted to keep. Maybe from her perspective, it was finally ending something she had already emotionally left. And that's where the larger debate begins. Was this really about jealousy, or was Remy simply choosing to move on after years of relationship problems? There are also questions surrounding the disputed allegations about Papoose's family relationships, the claims involving private footage, and the financial issues that have been discussed publicly. Again, these remain allegations unless confirmed by reliable evidence.
What makes the situation especially complicated is the contrast between the different public narratives. One version focuses on a new relationship and moving forward. Another focuses on what allegedly happened during the marriage and why Remy ultimately wanted the relationship to end. And perhaps the biggest question is this: when someone finally gets the opportunity to